I went down to the Sharp office to get help with filling out the dissolution of marriage forms that I got from the courthouse, and I had to pay $40 for. And they gave me, the paralegals there gave me some help on how to fill them out and what to put in the spaces of all about 50 forms that I had to fill out. Then they explained that I had to file them with the courthouse and get copies delivered by process server to Chris in Georgia, since she had to be legally notified.
Now, seriously, it is important to do that, but you have to really watch your motivation there, because it tends to be one of the, and again, no judgments on anybody here, because I think we all have a tendency to do it, but the tendency to want to transform the world is generally about half bodhisattva vow and half egoic, I know what's right for you people, I'm going to straighten you out. And it's sort of the last kind of stand of ego once people get into this. And again, it's okay, but you just have to kind of watch it. Because when that's your motivation, you will be frustrated extremely quickly, because the world doesn't want to be lectured to by you about second tier. And so that's the frustrating part, because the part of it is very noble. But that's why, I mean,
I had figured that the legal process was going to involve her at some point, and that's why I was contemplating that the thing about what I would want was to do it in person, because I would be insulted just to have a process server do it. But after having a talk with my mom about it, and the symbolism of the hunter video that Chris sent me, apparently they wouldn't feel the same way as that, and it would be better to show that I was letting her go to hunt alone.
It's no fun resonating with a new understanding and having nobody to tell at all about it. And most of you have the experience of making the horrible mistake of trying to tell the person you're in a relationship with. And they're like, if I see one more Ken Wilber book, I will strangle you.
That is probably also due to the difference in the first person and the second person perspective, since I would try to put myself in her place and give her the same respect that I would give myself by trying to do it face to face together, and she would rather have it done separately by herself without any of my involvement.
Again, because societies do have to have dominant modes, roughly, of discourse, then again, it's not malevolent. But if you fly below that or above that, you're just not going to fit in. And so if you're flying up here and trying to communicate to a society down here, all you're going to get is carpet burns every time you try to do that. And so you all come in here with, like, carpet burns everywhere.
Maybe a better idea would be to make some video logs about it and some stuff and put it on a DVD that I could send along with the documents to be delivered by the process server. And you could give it to her at the same time. That would be a compromise between the extreme of dragging my trailer all the way to Georgia to do it in person, face to face, when all the signs are pointing to the fact that it wouldn't be worth it, since we would have the same problems there. And
but that part is hard, but it's something that we're, you kind of dance between. But the best thing about it, I think, is triggered by just what you said. When you get when you're doing the tango and you're turquoise and your partner's turquoise, there's nothing like it. There's just nothing like it. And I always liked, Martin Buber introduced, of course, the I-thou relationship, I-thou. And that's, like I said, that the mystery of we is, I know spirit is everywhere, but spirit is strongest in we. It's unbelievable. And I used to say the I-thou relationship, God is the hyphen in that. And so when you can find a I-thou, and you're both on the same wavelength, it's quite extraordinary.
And the other extreme of an impersonal brush off with only the documents delivered and nothing else ever said. At least that way, I could have, some final explanations and hopefully, explain stuff more.